Hey everyone, thank you for joining me. And today I'm going to switch things up a little. I'm not going to talk about performance tips like I have been recently. What I'm going to talk about is the business side of voiceover. And I'm going to talk specifically today about CRMs, customer relationship management tools, and how to organize your contacts and build a funnel. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start sharing my screen, and let me do this, share, and then I'm going to change to this tab here. So, and I use Nimble as my CRM. And now I'm not saying Nimble is a good program to use. I think there's a lot of deficiencies within Nimble, but it works good for me. And it was something that I chose over a year ago, and it just works for me. It's pretty simple, but do whatever you feel comfortable with. But what I want to do is show you the importance of how to, I suppose, get a funnel, and then how to treat your contacts as you get through that. Because what a lot of people don't understand is why you should have a CRM. And the main reason is it's not so you can use it as a database for all of your contacts, which, yes, it does. The reason you should have a CRM is because you can basically move your contacts from when you start off, they start off as just a lead, and then you can move them through your funnel and move them from a lead into a warm lead, and then into a live client. And to do that, a CRM helps you keep track of all of this by the use of tags. So you can see here on the left-hand side under my segments, I've got this tag called freelancer not bounced. And you can see at this part here, I've got all the tags in this search function that creates this segment. And the first one is the tag is saying it must have freelancer.com as the tag. And what that means is I use a lead generator on freelancer.com. She's a lady in India, and she generates really good quality leads for me based on search criteria that I give her. And every time she gives me the list, when I import those contacts, I tag them as freelancer.com. And you can see here that at this moment in time, I have 2,183 contacts in this segment that are labeled as freelancer.com. And my aim is to get all of those people either into a warm lead or convert them to a live client. So the next one is, in this segment, I don't want people in this funnel here to be classed as a warm lead. I want to treat a warm lead differently to somebody who I'm trying to convert from just a lead into a warm lead. So I don't want any warm leads in this segment. The other thing that I do is every time I send out a mass email to people, I painstakingly go through every bounce, and I mark everybody who bounces back through my email software and says that they don't work there anymore, or the email address can be found, or whatever the reason is that it bounces. Then I go in and mark them as bounce or bounced, which is why I have both terms there on the screen. So anybody that is bounced is not going back into this funnel, because there's no point in me contacting them again. So the next tag over here is it's not unsubscribed. So once again, I tag everybody who unsubscribes in this software that I use as unsubscribed. So therefore, I don't reach out to them again if they unsubscribe using this segment. And then the last one is it's not a live client. I don't want to contact my live clients with lead generating emails and stuff like that. I want to be more personalized to them, and only contact them once in a while, just to keep in touch with them. So I don't want them to be part of this funnel either. So that is how I organize this segment. And then what I did with this segment for the last 6 months is I've been sending them a mass email, generic email, that I designed once every month. And then obviously my aim is to move them from this segment here into my warm leads and then into my live clients. And it was doing okay. My return was okay. But the last month or so, I'd been noticing that I wasn't getting much action. I wasn't getting as many conversions as I would like. And that could be down to the way that I write my emails, or it could be that just people are, they see my email and hit their inbox and they say, oh, it's Craig. I don't want to read that just now. I've probably bored them. I don't know. So what I said is, I'm going to change tactics. And that's what you should do as a business owner. You should change tactics. If something isn't working, change your tactics. So what I've been doing now is I now go into each individual person. And let me just do this. If I right click on Richard Smith and open him in a new tab, okay, he comes up over here. What I did was, what I'm doing at this very moment in time, it's going to be painstaking because I try and do about 10 a day, is I am going to the website for these people. So here is what Nimble brings up for Richard Smith. He works at Plum Design and Advertising. So I go to the data fields and I've got his website, and I clicked on his website. I looked at his website and tried to see what they were doing, if they were up to date, if they were contemporary. What could I find about what Richard is doing at Plum Design and Advertising that could help me reach out, give him a personal email, and, just show him that I've been taking the time and attention to go and see what he's doing. So what I do every time I do that, I've decided, okay, I'm going to have a lower tier of people I'm going to look for, a middle tier, and a top tier. Okay, so I went into Richard, and if I go back to interactions, I left a note in here, and I do that by adding note on this left-hand side. And I said, I checked out his website and YouTube. The website is old and dated, and the YouTube videos are 4 to 6 years old. So that tells me that Plum Design are not doing a lot of stuff at this moment in time. So I decided, if we go down here, down into the tags, that I put him down as a lower tier tag. So when I do a search, and what I'm going to do within this segment as well eventually is I'm going to say, I don't want to look at lower tiers. They're not of interest to me at this moment in time. He's a very, very low priority. So that's what I've done. I've tagged him as lower tier. So you can see where I'm going with this. Every single person within this segment here, I am going to go through and I am going to list as a lower tier, a middle tier, and a top tier. So let's see if I can find somebody. Let's try Adam Smith. What did I put him down as? Let's open it up. Okay, and I went down. Let's have a look at his tags. So once again, I didn't put a note in this time, but I marked him down as a lower tier. So let's keep on going through this, see if I can find somebody who was a bit more interesting. Let's try and pull this again. I should have been more organized and figured out somebody who's in the top tier. Let's go down. Edit tag. There you see, I put Paul down as a middle tier. I must have gone to his website and figured out something that was interesting. And I probably reached out to him. Now, I'm not quite sure why the last email that I sent out to him hasn't come up in this past activities, because it wasn't a group email. It was actually a personalized email that I sent him. But anyway, I'm rambling. But what I wanted to show you is I am painstakingly going through each of these contacts, and I'm going to figure out whether they are a low tier, a middle tier, and a top tier. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to concentrate only on the top tier people and try and convert them to warm leads. In other words, I might call them up, or I might send them a personal email. I might go to their social media channels and see what they've been posting and comment on that in an email. I'm going to make it much more personal for these top tier people. Now, I know this has been a long video, and I hope I haven't confused you too much, but what my aim was to do is to show you that it's not just about getting contacts, it's what you do with those contacts once you have them in your database, and whether that database is just an Excel spreadsheet or it is something that you pay for every month like this one here, Nimble. You have to figure out a way to get your contacts and then move them down your funnel until you hopefully get them to be a live client. So hopefully that was interesting and gave you some good information. And as usual, you can reach out and contact me. Don't hesitate to subscribe using the subscribe button at the bottom here. And let me just stop sharing here. And thank you very much for watching this video. And please feel free to comment as well in the comment section. I read every comment that comes in. And if there's any questions in there, I will reply to them in the comment section. So until next time, take care. I hope that was helpful, and have a great week.